Hi guys, and welcome to session with me. I'm Edwin Preachum and I'm creating a website, right? I'm creating a website. So let's just dig into it. So I'm creating it using Microsoft Visual Studio Code, and then I've opened my folder already, which is the trial folder, and I'm creating a file for this. So I think I'll name my website my web. Yes, my web, my web dot html. Right, so this one actually creates an HTML language for me, which I can code in with using the HTML language. And I have to create a CSS file, which will work hand in hand with it. So my web.css. This one goes hand in hand with the HTML file. So I create my web page using the HTML, and then I style it using CSS, right? So let's just go into it. So first, I need to create my tags. So not HTML is that this actually uses an HTML document. The HTML tag is what we begin with. And this shows that we're using English language as the default language we're using here. The head tag normally doesn't open, but then it just gives you an idea of what you are doing. And then the title is the name of the document. Let's just name this on my website or Edwin's website here. Edwin's website. Alright. Okay. So we are done. See, when I store this like this, the name of the web page actually changes. See, there's the head, Edwin's website. So this shows that this is my website. Whatever I write here will show here. Okay. So now let's go. Let's get into it. First, I think I need to link uh, yes, I need to link my what is happening. Okay, we are set now. So I need to link my HTML for my CSS. So anything I start over there will just appear. Right. So link rel style sheet href, and then my web.css, right? My web.css. Okay, so right now we are done. So anything you put on the CSS file, it will actually be shown on the HTML file. Alright. So yeah. So what you're actually creating on the body, this is where everything will be shown. So first I just create a header, and with this I can actually just say a little bit about myself or something or anything. Right. So header 1. This will be a large pile of information. This will actually say something about the website. So let's just say welcome to Edwin's website. Right. So this will actually will appear larger. You see, this is how it is. It will appear larger over here. So let me just complement this with the p tag, and then I see like something for the creating amazing web experience. Yes. So that's what happens, you see. This is it. So this is the reason why this is actually smaller than this is that this one is a header. It actually depicts that this is like a topic, that this is a header. So it's actually bold. We have each one. We have each two. Each two is actually smaller than each one. So yes, and this is for making paragraphs. That's the P tag. Yeah. So the next thing we'll do is to make a navigation bar. Use this tag for creating the nav tag. And now the nav tag, right? In this, we'll use an unordered list. An unordered list. Then we start creating our list right here. Start creating our list. So this navigation will be in a form of a link. So anytime you click on it, it will actually send us to where we want to go. Maybe you want to go to home, the home page. You click on the home page, it actually sends us to the home portion on the website, and it will be in the form of a link. So use the link tag, which is key. Use href, which shows it can be clickable. We need an ID for it. So an ID for home is this. Is an ID for home, and then home, right? So I actually need to copy everything here. Copy everything here, and then just be pasting. Just be pasting. Alright, so let's change it. Let's make this about. Let's change it. Let's make this services. Let's change it and let's make this contact. Alright, so this is about. This is services. This is contact. Right. Okay, here's how it is. Since it was an unordered list, just give us bulletin, and then since this is a link, you see that yes, there is something like an underline beneath it. So we just need to style everything and then remove everything from inside. So we just head to our CSS tab. We head to our CSS tab, and then we just start design. Yeah. So first, you need to set the margin and padding to 0 so that it removes the default spacing outside and then inside the element. So this is margin, set this to 0, and then this is padding. Padding. Let's set this to 0. And then I think box sizing. Box sizing. Let's set this to border box. Okay. So what this does is that just makes the width and height stuff very easy when you are specifying them inside. So when I say this, you have to move all the default spaces inside and then outside of everything. So everything is just compressed to each other. Okay. So let's start the body first. Let's go to the body. The body of my web page. We need to use a font, a default font for everything. So this is where we actually go and then download a font and then import it into our web page. So BDN, yes, so this is it. CDN fonts. For this one, we'll just be using Manrope, yes, so this is what we'll be using. This is what we'll be using for our web page. Yes, let me just copy this, and then this will be pasted onto my HTML file. Right? It will just link it with it. Just link it with everything here. And then copy this, and then paste it onto our CSS file. with this and paste this into a CSS file. Alright, so just look at what it does. So when I save this, the font will change, everything will change. Alright, so this is the font we'll be using, and then this is the line height. The line height. Let's create a line height for this. Let's make it 1.6. So what this actually does is that it just adds spacing between the text. Then the color for everything we'll be using. Let's use RBJ. Let's set this everything to 83, 83, 83. Alright, alright. So you see, text of change. For everything I do here, the text will be in this form or in this color, something like ash color. Yes. So then, okay. Now let's try our header itself. So header, change this for this. Change the background color. The background itself, and we make it in a gradient form. In a gradient, so linear gradient. Just make it in a gradient form. Let's make this in a gradient form. I have a default, this one here. So I just come and I need to paste it. Yes, the gradient I want to use. I've actually experimented on this already. So look how it does. You see, nice. That's still not done. So let's just continue. This is my header tag, and I'm styling it right now. So the color of the text inside should be white. Right? And then the padding, that is the space inside padding. With a padding for this, and let's just set this to 32 pixels, and then it should align this thing to the center to make it more nicer. Text align, let's just make it center. Alright, now let's see. Nice. So the padding actually creates a space inside for it. That is 32 pixels wide, and the text is centered aligned. Yes. So and now I want to make the header a bit. Let me resize the header. The H1 in the header. H1. Right. Just resize this and make the font size. So let me put this to 40 pixels. 40 pixels, and then create a margin at the bottom. To create a margin at the bottom, it will actually push the P tag away from it. So let me just put it to 8 pixels. Let's see. Yes. So that is how it looks like. That is how it looks like. Okay. I'm in a smaller version. Alright. That is how it looks like. So yes, let me also start my P tag. So header P, right? P. Let me just make the font size a bit. Font size. Let me just make it 20 pixels. 20 pixels. Alright. Yes. I can make it a bit bigger. So I can make this a bit bigger. Alright. So this is my header. So I'm done with my header. narrow my header. So I just need to fix. Just need to fix this. I just need to fix my navigation. Yay. My navigation. Um, yes. So let's start my navigation right now. Let's go back to CSS. Go back to CSS. And then now, right? Let's make the background to a color like ash color. Ash color, yeah. Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let's make the text inside white. Where is white? Okay, white. What am I doing? And then let's make the padding. Let's make the padding, the space around them. Let's just make everything 16 pixels. Padding. Let's make this 16 pixels. Yeah. So I'm actually styling the navigation box, not actually the content inside. So right now I think I need to make the content within the navigation. I need to style that one too. So now the unordered list, style this. Right. Let me make the list style so that it removes the none. Right. Yes. And then I make this one appear like I make this appear in a line within itself. See, so when I flex it, it actually moves from column to like a row. And then I place everything to the center to justify content. This is center. It justifies everything to the center. Now I need to create space between them. I need to create a bit of space. It's too like close to each other. So let me set everything to 3 pixels. Alright, now let's see. Yes, yes. So we've actually styled the unordered list inside. Now we need to style the individual links. That is the home links, the about links, the services, and then the contacts. We need to style this here. So this one will actually be nav, and then E, which is for the links. So this we need to set the color to white. Right? It's now white. And then we need to remove these lines underneath it. This shows that it's a link. We need to remove it. So we just go to text declaration. We set this to none. Set this to none. So everything has been removed. Then let me just switch the font size a little bit more. So font size, let me see 18 pixels. 18 pixels. Yes. Nice. So let's try and make some animation. So when I place my mouse pointer on it. It says like with a 900 0.3. Right? Okay. 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 So yeah. After this, let's create a hover for it so that you see the animation very well. Hover now, the link, and then hover, hover. Now let's make the color red. Now when I place this on it, because it's see, every time I hover this around any of these things, just showed out to yes, my mouse pointer is pointing on it. Yeah, so that is what the hover does. Okay, so I think you are done styling it. Let's see how it appears. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, it was nice. It's nice. So we need to create more content. Let's just create more content. Let's go to my HTML page and then let's create the actual main content. This is the main content that will appear below the navigation. So let's just set a page for, I think this is the home page, right? So let's just create a page for the above, the services, and then the contact. And this one will all be, they will all be in a bigger div, a bigger container. You see, then all these containers will contain the about, the services, and then the contact. So let's just create this, and let's set the class to container. So dot container, right? And then we create a section page. Let's create a section page. Let me name this. Let me just call this the about section, right? About section. Alright, so this div is a big container which will contain portions of about the services and then the contact details. So let me just create a section for the about. Let's create a section for the about, and let me put an ID here. So the ID for this would be this. So like if I press the home, it will come there. If I press the about, it will come there. So the ID for this will be about. So when I press the about button here, it actually moves straight to the about section. So this is it. Yes, so let's create something inside. Let's just create something inside. Let's make this an H2. If you make this H1, it will be too big like this. So let's make this H2, right? Let's make this H2, and then let's write about me, right? About me. Let's see. Okay. Yes. In my styling, I use the color as an ash color, so it affects everything I type. So everything I type, unless I set this to a different color. So let's go. So this is about me, and then this is it. So this one will be at the top. So let me just create. Let me just create another div element, and this one will contain. This one will contain the content. So let me see dot. Think about content. About content. About content. Content. So whatever I want to appear here, it will be inside, right? So we're about content. So let me just create a paragraph tag, a p tag. Let me just write something. So hello, hello. Um, student of GCTU. And very passionate about creating web, about creating beautiful and functional websites. Yeah, websites, right? Okay, alright, okay, okay. This is nice. So after this, I think let's come. I love working with HTML, CSS, CSS to bring ideas to life on the web. Something small. I don't even know why I'm writing a lot of things. Yeah, so this is how it looks like. I think I need to bring a bridge here so that it actually starts on the new line. This isn't nice for me at all. So this, yes, so yes, to actually bring this here. The way this is actually close, I'll need a little bit of styling over there. And then yes, the about me, a big tag over here, and then a div which states the content of everything here. So that's it. That is it. I actually need to write more stuff. Actually need to write feature and write more stuff. Um, but then this one, I think I need to make another gap. So we're gonna just put style here. Style. And place a margin at the top, so it will give me a little bit of space at the top to margin. Uh, what am I doing? Margin. So let's set this to I think 16 pixels. Right. Yes. So let's go. I need to write voice focus on clean code and user friendly design design um I strive to deliver try to deliver the best possible experience experience for every project I work on. Right? Okay. This is so easy. It's just the margin I use there it actually makes me create a space at the top of it. So yeah, that's about it. So we now have our about me section, which is inside the container, right? And then that is one section. So I need to create a section for services too. I need to create a section for services too. So this is where I ended. So let's create another section. So let's make this. Yes, this is for services section. This was services section. Let's put the ID so that whenever you press services here, when press services here to link here directly. No need to go anywhere. Services, right? Okay. So what content do you want here in the 76? So another HT tag. Another HT tag. And then write my my services announcement. So I have this right here. This is my services. So with this one, I need to create another sub element. So my services aren't small, so it might be 3, they might be 4. So I also need to I need to create another div inside this so that I can specify each. Yes, you get the idea, right? Yeah, let's go. So this one I need to create a div. So dot abilities here, my abilities, that's my services. So my abilities, abilities, right? So this is my ability. So what is the first of my abilities? First of my abilities. So this is a div that contains everything, right? So let me create another div for each section. So let's make this ability. So each ability, you have, let me say, okay, I'll just create 3 abilities or 3 of my services. So each service, I'll make it an ability class. Ability, make this an ability class, and then I fit everything. One of my service here, I can make this an each 3. You can see this is one of my abilities is web design. Web design, right? Web design, and then create something small. Create something small for it. That is the P tag, and then see creating 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 beautiful and responsive website design, right? That that look that look great on all devices. Okay. All right. So this is one of my services. So this is my service. This is a bigger one. They used to. And this is an Easter. You see that this is also a header, like something like uh, a point. Yes, a point. So we have one here. So I need to state another of my services. So I need to create another div for this, so another ability. So dot ability, right? So what is another service of mine? This was web design. So let me see. Let's create. Let me see. Web development. Web development. Building functional and efficient website. Right. Using modern web technologies. Okay, okay, so this is it. Okay, so this is another div. This is the first div. This is the second div. This is the second div. This is the second div. So let's create another one of my services. So dot ability. SEO optimization. Let's create a paragraph for this. Optimizing website to rank better in search engines. Is it okay, search engines and reach more users. Okay, okay. So this is my services. This is about speech. To come here in services, it will also come here. So yeah, I also need to start this. We need to start this before we continue. So let me just start this. Hi. So at first, let me see. Where was this? Okay, so this is a container. So I need to start everything inside. This is the bigger portion, right? So I need to start everything inside. So this is dot container, right? Dot container. Let me set the maximum width and contain should be 1200 pixels. The fuck, 1200 pixels. 1200 pixels. Okay, and then let me just do this for max width. 1200 pixels, and then create a margin around it, a margin of 0 around it. So 0, and then you also create a padding with a space around it, space inside of it, around all the four corners with 32 pixels. Let's see how it looks. Yes, so I'm removing everything from the corners and I'm making the space around it 32 pixels to kind of like center everything, and then we will push it to the far corners of it. Yes. Alright, so this is the whole container I have. So I have to now start individual containers inside. So let me take all the section, let me just make spaces be around them. So let me set a margin for all the sections. So this section, need to create a space around all of them. So let me set a margin to differentiate them well. Make it 48 pixels. See, now there is 48 pixels around everything. And there's also 48 pixels here, 48 pixels of space here, 48 pixels of space here. Alright, so let me start the H2 section, H2, this is H2, and let me make the font size 32 pixels. Alright, okay, so it's now bigger. Let me create a space at the bottom to differentiate between the margin bottom. Let me just set this to 16 pixels. Okay. To create a space bit okay, so that it is on its own. So services is on its own, about is on its own. This is a space I've created about at the bottom of it, 16 pixels. 16 pixels, and then set the color. The ash color isn't the best for me. Let me use this. Let's see. Nice. Nice. It actually complements the gradient, so it's nice. It's complementing the gradient. And then let's just make a border beneath this like this, so it will be like this. So the border will be below all the H2 elements. This is the border. So let's create a border below this. So border bottom. Let's make this 3 pixels. 3 pixels. And then the color should also be the same as what we did. So what the color is this. So let's just copy this. Just copy this and then paste it here. Yes. Yeah. So that's it. So I just created beneath everything. Very nice. Very nice. This is nice. Yeah. You create padding beneath it. Padding of 16 pixels. Okay. Okay. So it's okay now. So let's the about content here. You need to also style it very well. So dot about content. About content. I think that was the class name. Okay, about content, that was the class name. So about content, let me set the background to something like an ash color. Like I can't no, this is actually an ash color, but more of F4, F4, F4. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if you can see, but then the background around everything is different from this white. It's actually different from this white. Let me make it more. Let me just make it a bit darker for you guys to see it well. So see, it's actually ash. So everything inside is ash. It's actually ash inside. So this is okay. This is okay. And then let's create a padding between them because it is almost at the edges. So let's put a padding, between it, a padding, and let's set it to 32 pixels. 32 pixels, right? 32 pixels. Yeah, so it's inside of this. This is a bit too dark. Let me make it lighter. Okay. Okay, this is better. So we are done here, and then let's make the edges of this one a bit smoother. So this we come here and then we create a border radius of 10 pixels. 10 pixels. Now you can see, look at it now. First it was 2, but now it's a bit curved. So it's nice, it's nice, it's nice. It's nice. So let's now let's create a margin between this so that there will be space here. Margin 4. And then let's make this you see, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. So okay. So the same thing for this one. You have to do the same thing for this one. But then first, you have to do the same thing for this one. You see, we created this one in a div. We also created this one in a div, and also this one in a div. So it has to be 3 sections. So I have to layer them out side by side, like in a grid form, not in a flex form, or in a grid form. So I think I thought, what did the class for this section? This is about, oh, this was services. Okay, services. The ID is services, and then the class abilities. Yes, I actually got confused there. So abilities. So this is the class name for the whole section. This is the class name for the whole section. This is the class name for the whole section. So yes, let's display everything here that is in the div in the form of a grid. So this time I'm not using flex to display it side by side. Let's make it in the form of a grid. Let me see how it looks like. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. And then let's make this into columns, into like column, so everything will be in a column form. So grid. Okay, here this is it. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. And then repeat. Auto fit. Auto fit. And then mark. So make everything to 50 pixels. Make everything to 50 pixels. And then one that. Okay. Look at how it looks now. I was hoping to see some change. What happened? It should be in a column version right now, but okay, let me just create a gap between them. Let me just create a gap of I think 82 pixels, and then margin of 32 pixels. Now let me see. Okay. Okay, but there is space here, there is space here, there is space here, there is space here, there is space here. Okay, it's not bad. I wanted this to be in a column form, but I don't know why it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. Yeah, let's continue. So here's my abilities. So everything here will be on it. And then let's make individual ones. So I made them ability. That was a class name for it. So each one should have a background of white. Background of white. Okay. And then the padding should be 32 pixels. Okay, this is nice. Okay, with a space there. This is for each div. Each div had a class name of ability. So specify for each div, and then let's make each div the radius, the border radius. The border radius it will be a little bit curved, 32 pixels. See? Okay. Let me just make this. Yes, let me copy this and let me put it there. Alright. Okay, so it will be the same color as this one. Be the same color as the top one. So this one you can see what is happening here. You can see what is happening here. You see, this is where it meets. So you have to create a margin between all of them. easy create a margin between, so I'll do that later. Easy. Create a margin between all of them. Let's see, check line center, make it center. And let's create a transition between them. So animation for transition, and then transform 0.3 seconds. Okay. Dot ability, when I place this around it, I want to see a hover effect. So hover, and then we make it hover to the top. I want it to hover to the top, not outside. So I think transform, I will translate it to the Y, which means that it will make it on top. And this one to the top, I'll make a -5 pixels. So when I place this on this, comment, let me do the box shadow. Box shadow 0 for here, 6 pixels for the down, 12 pixels, and the color can be black. Color RBG. This one should be 0. This one should be 0. This one should be 0. And this one 0, 0, and it should be 0.15. Let me remove the settings here. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Looks like nothing is working around here. Or I didn't specify the abilities well. Ability. Yeah. Display. Okay. Okay, I think I found my problem. The reason why the style isn't working is because this is abilities, right? But then in my HTML one, I didn't spell it quite right. So I think that's why it wasn't working. This is abilities. So I just have to put I here and everything will work. That's why I was a bit shocked because nothing was working. Nothing was actually working because of like a bug. So just one letter, I was just finding my way throughout. Yes, so that is it. This one will display this as a grid, and then this one will make it in a column form. So each is dependent of itself. And then the gap between this is 32 pixels. So here is 32. I don't know if you can see it, but here is 32, here is 32. Yes, and then the margin top, you see, if I make it big, this is how it will look like. So this is the gap, and this is the margin top. This is the margin top, and then this is the gap. So I've made this all these three independent of itself, and this is in my services. A div for this, a div for this, another div for this. So yes, that's how it is. So one single bug made me question myself a lot of times, but you know we are still on track. We are still on track. So the Hoover effect, let me see whether it's working. Wow. Let me see whether I haven't made a mistake over here. Ability, right? So we come here, dot ability. Transform 0.3 seconds. Dot ability Hoover. Okay, so I is not working. We translate, not rotate. Translate, translate. Yes. So when I do this and then I place it there, okay, it's not working. Alright. It's not working. It shouldn't rotate. So I've now found it. It should be translate. So that's translate. And this one, the hover effect, let me make the box shadow quite, let me make it like this. Let me see. Okay. Okay. It should be at the bottom. You see the dark shadow is at the bottom. The dark shadow is at the bottom. So that is it. That is quite it. So yes. Let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving on. Not the end. So let's start the head tag. That's the history. Let's start the history. I think dot ability history dot ability history. Let me make the color. Let me make the color like this. Let me see. Let me just create a space. So margin button to give me a space. So margin button, not a top, margin button. And we just set this like 16 pixels. Mhm. Yeah, so it's just coming out very nice. It's coming out very nice. It's coming out very nice. So yeah, that is it. So I think that is it. That is it for the services and everything. See, alright, services, alright, everything is working. So I just need to create a contact, one for contact, and then we are done. It's a simple website. not. Yeah, so we just need to create one contact and then we are done. So let's go back to, we start everything already. Let's go back to our HTML and go and create contact, another section for contact. Let's create another section for contact. So we are done with this one. What about the last one? So this is section. So yes, here. So this is what section? Contact section. Alright, so we need to set an ID for it. So in case you just press it, you just press the contact, it just appears. Alright, so contact, yes. So, okay, so contact, what do you need? You need to make a big, you need to make a header for it, which will say contact me, right? Contact me, is that it? Contact me. Okay, yes, I've already started all H2 elements already, so it has this and has this, so it's already there. So contact me, and then let's create a div. This is how I want to do. I want to create this one in a form, in a formalized version. I want to create, so let me put it inside a div. So let me create a class name for it. So contact form, contact form. Alright, and then let me create a form tag for it. A form tag. Right. So this is it. So we are creating a form for the contact me, and then yes. So yes. So first, let me create another div. Let me make it class should be form details. Details, right? Yeah. Form details. Yes. So let's create the first one. The first one, let's create a label for it. So label for, and then that will be the name. So this will be the ID for it. It will bind this with the ID below it. So ID name, and then we just set a name for it, right? So this one will just contain name. It's just name now appear here, just name. But then we need to create a text box for it, right? So that is where we use the input type, input type, input type, and I do this text. You just put the text area for me, and then I want to bind it with this, with the name, so that whatever I text it goes to here, right? So the ID for it as depicted was name. So let me put it here. Let me put it here. Let me place a placeholder on it, which says enter your name. Let's see how it shows up. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. So this is our first div. Let's create another one with the same thing. So yeah, home details. Let's create another label. and let's make it label for email, right? Let's make this email. Alright, so let's make the text here for it. So input type, input type, input type, make this email, the ID, bind it, email, and the placeholder for it, placeholder, which will show, so I think enter your email, right? Okay, let's see how the, okay. So after this, I'll just style everything. Oh. Okay, so this is this. Okay, so I want to create another div which will contain a message form. So create a label for it, label for message, right? Message. Message. Okay, this is the label. Now we need this one. We need a text area, not an input type. We need a text area for writing the message. So the ID which will bind it should be message, same as this, so I can bind it. And then name for it should be message, right? And then it is a placeholder, so it won't be confusing. It is right, your message. Okay. Okay, so this is how it appears, but then each one is in a different div. So we can style it to our own perfection, right? So after everything here, after the form, I think we need to create a button. Which is submit. So let's create a button for this. So button, then the type should be the submit button. Submit, and then you should see send message, right? Okay. Okay, so this is it. This is it. So yeah, this is it. I think we need to just go and style this in the CSS section. Start everything here. We need to make this here. place this beneath this, place this beneath it, make this one a little bigger, a little bit bigger. Okay, so let me see, what was the class name for this? The class name was contact form. Okay, so this is it. Contact form dot contact form. Okay, so the same thing, I should set the background color to like this, the background color. So let's make the background, let me copy this, let me paste it here. Okay, okay, so those are the same thing, so yes, so let's create a padding between this and then the contact name. Let's put a padding, and then the padding should be 32 pixels. Right. Yes, padding between everything should 32 pixels. And then the border radius, so it doesn't look too sharp. Border radius 10 pixels. That's what I did for all of you. And then the maximum width for everything, maximum width should be 600 pixels. I'm not saying that should be the width, but then everything, all the pixels that can go inside, its maximum should be 600 pixels. Otherwise, it won't fit, it will overflow. So that's why it is here. And then let's set a margin for it. Margin 32 pixels. Yes. So we are done. So this is the form itself. This is the form itself. This is the form itself. This is it. So then we need to style the ones inside. This is the contact form, so we need to style the ones inside. And then I give it a name. What was the name for the individual form details? Okay. Form details. Form details. Let's make the margin at the bottom so that it will be individual of itself. So margin bottom. Let's make it 24 pixels. That's lines. So they all have their own spaces. And then come here. So dot form details. Right. Let's place a label on them. So let's edit the label, which is the name, and then the email and then other stuff. So let's make the display block so that the text area will be below this, so it will start on a new line, something like that. Let's make it block, and this will start on a new line. Yes, so this is it. And then let's place a margin beneath this. Yes, let's place a margin beneath this for margin bottom. There's smaller one. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And then let's make the font inside this very, very bold. font weight, let's make it bold. That is all. Now let me see. Oh, okay. Alright. This is the label. Yes, this is the label, and this is the input type. So yes, it's making the label bold. Alright, so if we are done with this, and then let's create one for the input type, which is this input type, and this is the text area. So dot form details, form details, form details, input type, input, and then text area dot form details, text area. So it will be for this and for this. Alright. So let's make the width cover this end. So this end, let's make the width cover with 100%, 100%. So cover yes the end, and then let's just create a space inside of it. So padding, we use padding for this. Let's set the padding to 15 pixels. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Let's create a border. Border 1 pixel. Solid. Solid. Okay. Alright. So it's not too dark. The border around it isn't too dark. So it just sits all nicely with everything here. Very nice. And then let's just cut the corners. Let's just make it a bit rounder. So border radius. Border radius. Let's set this to 5 pixels. Because this is the bigger one. And then the font size inside the font size. Let's set it to 16 pixels. Alright. So it is bigger now. And then the corners are round. Okay. Okay. So now this is kind of small for me. I need to maximize this. Just need to maximize this. So we copy this and come here, paste, and then I make the minimum height can be 120 pixels. Which means that when I type and I make it full, it can still increase. So this is the minimum height it can be, but then it can still be increasing. Alright? It can still be increasing. So this is it. So I can try. Let me see. Okay. Easy. So we're still increasing. That's it. Alright, so now let's go. So let's start the button too. Let's just start the button, and then I think we are almost done with our price. Let's start the button. Let's start the button. Alright. We make this like a linear gradient so that it will look stylish, right? So the background, let's make it a linear needs to be off. Sound will be off. Okay, so let me see how it looks like. So nice, so nice, so nice. Let's actually fix this one. So just need a couple of editing. Just need a couple of editing. Let's make the color white instead of black so that you see well. See well. Yes. And just make this bigger. So let's make this bigger. I think we need the top and then the bottom to be big. The top and the bottom. So let's do the padding. This is what we use. And then we need 60 pixels. 60 pixels for the lower portion. Yes, not bad. It's not bad. It's kind of big. Yes, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. I need to remove this border around it. So border, border. I see now. So that there is no border here. It looks kind of awkward. Yes, yes. This is better. And then just keep sharp when you set the border radius. I like the border radius a lot. Let me set it 55 pixels. No, it's not. Yes, kind of around the edges, so it's good. So border radius 5 pixels. Font size. Set the font size to 16 pixels. It's a bit big, okay. It's a bit bigger. And then this one isn't clickable, so let me make it like laser point. Laser. Okay. Right, it's clickable now. See right now it's not clickable. Not clickable. Let's make it clickable. Let's just make this clickable. Easy. Easy. Now it's not clickable. It is not clickable. Alright. Let's create an animation for it. And CT. Opacity 0.3. Okay. Okay. I need to create a hover for it. So button hover. Button hover for us to see the animation. From hover. Let's make the opacity 0.9. Close to 1. Alright. So let's see. Okay. Okay. You can see how the white is. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let me see. Color red. Make it blue. Okay. Not bad. To complement everything. So yeah, let's create a footer. let's just create a footer and we are done. So let's go back to our HTML page, and then let's just create a footer for this. So we are done for everything here. Let's just create a footer. Let's just create a footer, and then this is the paragraph. It will be 2025, right? Let's see my simple website, right? And put stop here, like most of the websites you see, all right okay. Made with what am I doing? Made using HTML and CSS, right? Here we are done. So I just need to start the share, then we are done. Start this, and then we are done. We are done. We are done. Wow, what a journey! Very long journey. So let's start this. Let's go to my CSS page. Then I start this. Create a background for it. Background should be kind of like brownish color. Yes. Then the color should be white. The color should be white. Okay. Then we should put the text center. Text align. Let's make it center. Bad. Okay. Text align center. Then let's just create a space inside. It kind of looks compressed. So the padding kind of looks compressed. So let's just create just one side. Then the other side should be 0. Okay. 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 It looks better now. It's better now. So now let's do the individuals inside of this. So come footer P, and then do margin bottom. Okay. Okay, so it's done. We are done. We are done with our website. Yeah, we are done. So let me just open it in a bigger version. Yes, it's not bad. This is my home. When I come to about, it leads me to about. When I come to services, it leads me to services. This is because of the IDs present. Contact leads me here. Contact. Just click my name, my email, click my email, and I'm done. Write my message. I think this is my footer. So yes, we are done with the website. So thank you all for watching and have a nice day. Thank you very much.